This is how I created a 60 pages manga in 5 months. I got a lot of comments like, how did you even start drawing manga? Could you show me your art process? So here I am to show you how I actually did it, step by step. First, you need plot and script. This for me is a little bit painful because I am a visual person. I don't like to write. So whenever I type, I think in visual ways. I like to think my characters and scenes in more like a movie style. So yeah, this scripting for me is not fun at all, but it's crucial for a manga because if you don't have a script, it's like you're going on the hike without a map. You just get lost in the forest. It's the same. Drawing a manga takes months. This 60 pages took me 5 months. So you don't want to throw your 5 months into a dump. You definitely want to take the best time of it to draw your manga, right? Like this. So scripting is like planning. And planning is not fun, but it's crucial. Okay, so how I script. First of all, you need to know your OCs or your character really well. So in my case, is Andrew, Felix, Penny, and Ellie. These 4 characters, I've been drawing them for 15 years. I already know their personality, their background, their world. So for me, starting a script is super easy because I just need to take their personality and put them in the situation and then start a plot. And those plots need to be like somehow pushing their relationship forward. That's how I write the main script. And I will focus on the dialogues more than describing the scenes, because most of the time I already have reference for the scenes, and for me dialogues pushes the plot forward. For example, if you watch Stranger Things on Netflix, you will realize there are tons of characters in that show, but none of the characters are speaking randomly in the show because every single dialogue is planned, so the plot can move forward. Therefore, when I write a script, I focus super close on each character's dialogue. But even though I planned all the dialogues, when I sketch out, man, my characters will just change their dialogues. It's super annoying, but that is necessary for me to change it according to their reaction when I sketch out. I will mention that later, but yeah, this is how I type out my script. Mainly focus on my characters. I don't focus on anything else. And then I just write whenever I have time or ideas, because these things you cannot force. It's like creativity juice. You need to let it come, and when it comes, you need to catch it. You cannot just let it go. If you let it go, it's gonna be say bye bye forever. So yeah, I just do it whenever I have time. So I use my phone. I write it on my notes because I just carry my phone everywhere. Okay. Step 2, sketch out the panels sentence by sentence. This is the most fun part for me because, as I mentioned, I'm a visual person. I really like to see my characters come alive, not just in words form. I like to see them in image. However, this part is somehow the hardest part for most of the artists because this is not just random sketch. You need to actually know how to draw your character in the right angle, in the right proportion, in the right perspective. You need to do a lot of research about the scenes they are in. Just a lot of research on this part. So it is quite painful if you don't have enough skills when you do the sketch. But since I've been drawing manga for 15 years, so this is not a super big problem for me. So yeah, for me it's fun after 15 years of drawing manga, but if you just started, this might be painful for you. I will say sorry for this part, but yeah, if you love manga and you keep drawing, this will eventually be the most fun part of manga creating process. Trust me. So when I sketch out each panels, I think panels as a movie scenes. I don't think as a manga panel. That's why you see my manga doesn't look like a traditional manga, because I just think I'm watching a movie. So I focus on mainly the characters' emotions, more than their dialogues. It's like the opposite when I write the script. When I write a script, I focus on the dialogues because I need to know their emotions. But when I sketch out, I focus more on their facial expressions. So when I can delete the dialogue, I will just remove the dialogues and just focus on their facial expressions, because those are the most important thing, as if you notice in the manga. If you focus too much on the wording, the entire panels will just be too crowded and it's hard to read. So when I draw manga, I just mainly focus on the visual parts. And my goal for a successful panel is, if my 4-year-old kid can be attracted to this panel, then this panel is successful. Which means even a 4-year-old can understand my manga, then this manga is good enough for everyone to read. Yeah, that's my standard of drawing manga. Visual needs to be super clear and easy to understand. Step 3. Draw with whatever tool you are comfortable with. For me, it's A4 printed paper, Unipin pen, ink, and Procreate. See, whatever I use for a manga is not expensive at all. Basically, you can just grab it in really cheap price, and except Procreate, you might need to buy the software, but anything else, just use the tool you are comfortable with, because nowadays doesn't matter. Ideas means more than your skills, seriously, because we have AI, right? So AI is like exceeding our skills already, but it can never copy our ideas. So just grab whatever tools you have to create art nowadays, okay? And you can still see, even though we have digital tools to make the manga process way faster, but I still prefer traditional tools because it's therapeutic. I don't like to watch the screens too long. I will talk about a little bit of my art process here. So basically, I draw 4 pages a week, and I do the line art first. This line art process, I cannot talk to anyone. I need to think, because it's from sketch to final stage directly. So sketch part is like scribbles. For me, it's like random thoughts and random things going around on the paper. But when you do a line art, you're just like, okay, for sure, I want this to look like this. So you cannot be too casual. So line art for me is like a process you need to focus. And after line art, I will do the inking and pencil to do the grading, and eventually go to Procreate to do more grading. At least 2 parts for me is no brain, because I just need to use my skills. That's it. But if you are a beginner, this part might be a little bit hard for you too, because tell me what beginner will face. I already forgot the beginner stage. Yeah, comment below. What would you face if you were a beginner artist? Okay, so I can teach more details. Okie dokie. Step 4. Turn your manga from traditional form to digital form. Since I'm a broke artist, so I just use my phone to take the picture. But there is a tip to take these pictures. So first, you need to see your phone. There's a cross sign. When you parallel on the desk, it should show the yellow cross sign, which means it's parallel your camera and your paper. Doesn't that make sense? So your image don't get distorted. And also, you need to have super good lighting in the room. Usually I turn on the white lights in the house, so the manga pages don't have any dark spots. The only disadvantage of this is because I use pencil for the grading on my manga page. So sometimes my manga pages reflected the lights and it's just not good looking. And I really need a scanner, but I'm broke, so right now I just use my phone. And after I took the photo, I'll edit in my phone. I use this, I forgot the name. I use this filter because it's black and white and it looks the most similar to my original manga color. And I will adjust all the settings in the picture, so it will look way better than it should be. Then I will upload this image to my Procreate and edit the grading more, so the image looks way more finished than just with pencil grading. Okay, step 5, add wording. Since my mother language is Mandarin, so I usually type in Mandarin, or you can say Chinese, at the first round, because in this way I can copy all the Mandarin dialogue and translate all them into English really fast. So yeah, the first part is just type all the Chinese dialogue on the manga, and this part you just need to pull up your sketch and type. I would say sketch, not your script, because during the art process, when you do it from the script to the sketch, you might delete some dialogues. So looking back to your script is not safe, because you already changed when you sketch out. So I pull out my sketch. This is the final ones I will want to use on my manga. And translate into English, I basically just use ChatGPT, because even though I know English, but it's just too hard for me to translate everything myself. After the ChatGPT, I will edit all those words in my own way, because some of them is not exactly what I want, the meaning. So I will still check if there are any things that doesn't sound right to me. And I know my English is not perfect, so if you see any weird translation, it's probably my mistakes. I'm sorry. But to be kind, just tell me where's my mistake. How will usually native English speaker will say it in this situation? Yeah, just comment if you read my manga on my Patreon. Okay, the final step 6. Finally, you publish your final pieces on your Patreon or Webtoon. This part, you just need to be aware that if you post on Webtoon, you need to follow their format. Otherwise, there's no problem on posting on Patreon. And just a final reminder that all my manga is on my Patreon. It's not anywhere else right now, not on Webtoon. I will soon be released on Webtoon, but I'm still in the building process, so you can only find my manga on my Patreon right now, and support the artists when they are alive, because I need a scanner. Okay, this is not necessary to say, but yeah, I really need a scanner. I cannot keep using my phone to take my art. Yeah, I need to change my art process a little bit more. And for me, any support counts. Even you are just being here, watch until the end. Super big help, okay? You don't need to subscribe to my Patreon, seriously. I really appreciate your any kind of support. Even you just watch until the end, share this video, like or subscribe or comment. All these, any of them, one of them is a big help for me, because growing my YouTube channel is my dream. And I also want to share my art to the entire world, and your action on these, subscribe, share, likes, comments, will help me definitely reach that dream. And comment below which art process you want to see more in detail. Is it the scripting process, sketching out process, drawing process, turning traditional into digital form, or do the wording on the canvas, or how to post on Patreon. Any of this process, which one you want to see more detail, comment below. Yeah, that's it. See you in the next video. Bye. Mwah. Hey guys, this is a bonus part of my video, because sometimes I have extra things I want to talk about, but I don't want to have heavy editing, so yeah. In the video, you probably saw this picture. I can explain what is this, who is she. She is Andrew's sister. She won't appear a lot in the main manga, because this is not her manga. I'm thinking to make her manga separately from those 4 kids I'm drawing right now, like Andrew, Penny, Ellie, and Felix. Those 4 kids, because she's adult already, so she doesn't belong in that group. And yeah, but she is Andrew's sister, and she is super cool. Okay, it's just like something I want to share. It's a bonus, so if you see it, you are in luck. If you did not see it, it's okay. I'm thinking every single video I'm gonna put some bonus, so it's fun. It's just fun to make this type of unedited stuff for the audience who has interest to know more about the manga. And yeah, definitely check out my Instagram and Patreon, but Patreon you probably need to pay for it, so it's okay. You can just check out my Instagram stories though. Stories I will put really like recent work. My Instagram stories is the one you need to focus on. My post is fine. It's post I just post random stuff, but Instagram story is something I'm working on recently, and you definitely want to check out that. So follow my Instagram just for the stories, okay? Please. Okay, that's it. See you in the next video. Bye.